Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Shield Hero Season 4, Episode 7. I do have my air conditioner on for a few minutes. I'll try to turn it off before it goes too long, just in case. But if there's a bit of humming, that's why in the background. But anyway, yeah, last time, good episode. We got a lot done. We left Silbelt, we moved back home, got our party in order and everything, and then headed out. We dealt with the dangers of the water, which technically our boat is still out there doing circles. We have to take down the barrier so that way it can reach land. But our handful of our characters got transported or whatever through like a giant like water tornado, and we're getting some assistance from the water dragon, and said he wanted us to like return the land back to the way it was. So I'm wondering what's going on in this country, because it feels like it's more than just this red-haired girl's manipulation, you know? So, anyways, guys, let's jump into it and find out. So we are going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yeah, that. Oh, he can tell. Like how we saw him like look over like at his HUD, but we didn't actually see it that time. Oh, what the heck? What's happening? Why is she here? She didn't come with us, right? Man, I didn't recognize Raftalia at all at first, and she was the first one I looked at, and I was like, who are they? Are they new characters? Ah, interesting. Alright. Man, I was telling the story in one of my other videos I recorded tonight, but before I started recording tonight, I jumped in the shower and there was a massive spider in the shower, like right on the inside of the shower curtain. So I shut the shower curtain and it's right there in my face, and I'm like, oh shit! And I'm like already in the water, you know, because I had the water running before I got in the shower. Uh, so I jumped out of the shower. I'm not usually like scared of spiders. I'm usually more chill if they're near me. But for one, being in the shower, it was just so close in like a confined space that it bothered me. So I jumped out of the shower, dried off real fast, uh, and then I decided to close it. I was like, how do I deal with this? I closed the shower curtain and I smacked it in and then I like peeked in and I saw it actually fell in the water and was like all curled up. And then I shut the water off after like a few minutes. I was like, maybe it drowned. I shut the water off, and it like sprawls back out and starts moving. I'm like, oh shit! I turned the water back on. I ended up getting my shoe, turning the water off again. Once the water drained enough, I hit it with my shoe like 4 times. Oh man, just the adventures of trying to shower was a hell of a thing tonight. It is very pretty. Hmm, interesting. I'll turn my air conditioner off now. You might have heard a beep. I apologize. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, this seems... Oh, interesting. She knows how the politics works here. Like, oh my god! What if it, like, wasn't evil? What if they were, like, playing... Oh, shit. Is that turtle, like... Ah, that's why. Ah... Sedina popping off. You know what I was thinking about? Sedina kinda has it nice. Like, I know demi-humans are kinda normal in this world, so it's not a big deal. But, like, she's like a demi-human, but she just gets to be a hot chick, whereas others, like, have to have, like, ears and a tail. What? Oh, I guess the skin on her arms seems darker. I never noticed that. Maybe she does have some traits. Oh my god! How does that make her a tomboy? Interesting. Who is that? Oh. Sounds kind of like a, I probably shouldn't speak, I don't know enough about it, but I believe Shinto, like, believes there's life in everything. And that, like, all that life is... I don't know if they think all that life is equal or not, but... But I feel like they value life a little more. But I'm probably wrong. Hmm. We... We just love to meddle in things. Here's Winks. Ninja vanish! Are they gonna pop out of invis in front of him? Oh, he knows. Interesting. Luminous. Get to the point. Is he trying to speak, like, very formally? Is that what's going on? Feels like we're about to go into a Violet Evergarden until it changes that one note. Every time I hear it. Okay. Ooh, a mansion. How fast do we have to take down the barrier? Damn. Oh, newer parents. Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting, too. So traders come through and spread word. Well, hmm. Hmm. Okay. Jeez. Hmm. Can't lose our Raftalia. Man, they have people ready. Oh. That's what started this whole thing. Might as well fuck them up. Embrace it. Interesting. That's good enough for me. He was like so eager to get out of Siltvelt and like not really help them. Not that they really needed help. They were like an established nation doing well. Crude. I'm kind of surprised an Alpha Me got so into it so quickly. I love Sedina. She's so chill. She might be my most enjoyable character out of all of them, to be honest. At the moment, anyway. We're just here. Well, that's it. How strong are they? Ah, nice. Jeez. Okay. Wait, so is this where the Emperor is, or is this just where we're doing the flare? It's a big boy. The boss. Does it... What? Hmm. So it's a stone that does that, okay. Damn! He blocked it, but still just... Wow. That's not good. Sedina, let's go! Love me some chain lightning. We have a fucking dragon! Jesus! The Miko of Slaughter. Yeah, let's get the slaughter started, baby! Oh shit, that's crazy. Whoa. He knocked it back. Uh-oh. Oh no, are they sacrificing themselves? This reminds me of, this was done before, or similarly. Yep, and then they die. This was back in, like, season 1 or 2 or something that this happened. It's like the church guy or something, right? Hmm. Oh, so they're not dead yet, but hitting him... Oh my god, Galeon just got, like, Loki'd. We have a Hulk. So is her vassal weapon messed up too? Oh, another shield. Oh. Interesting. Oh my god, yeah, I was gonna say, he's the guy from earlier, right? He's gotta be the master. Didn't they say he was like a ladies' man or whatever? Is he the master of our blacksmith? Okay. Damn. What? Just threw him at. Ooh. They're like combining their chants together. Whoa! Supreme Ultimate Slash of Destiny. That's a hell of an attack name. Jesus! Don't celebrate too early. Okay. Does that mean our ship gets to get here? Okay, so that we killed two birds with one stone. The lighthouse is what triggered the rebellion and allowed our team to come in, huh? I think that's right? Yeah, why is the girl whose name I can't remember here, though? Glitch Girl. Sign. Yep, here we go. Recognizing. Yep. I knew it. He's so chill. Oh my god, just fucked him up. They're all just leaving him. Okay. That was a good episode. I actually might have been the most entertaining one yet. I liked the fight. It was engaging. It was different. Kind of. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, fighting, Bitch Boy Lion Man, Jiralis, there we go. That was good. I liked that, but it wasn't, like, the most exciting fight, I will say. Like, just the way that it was, like, I don't know, like, absorbing his guys and turning into a monster was neat and all, but a lot of the attacks were just kind of, like, weren't super exciting, I guess, I don't know. But being in this new land and, like, figuring out how to navigate it with Sedina, like, giving tips and stuff, I like that they sent Galeon. Like, she sent Galeon to fight the monster and then pretended like they had no part of it, so that way they don't piss off the Emperor and stuff like that. Like, really interesting that they forbade any kind of, killing, even monsters. Oh, man. I'm really curious if there's going to be some kind of flip. I don't know why, but it feels like there's something more going on to me. That is it, guys, for episode 7. So, yeah, like, my thing is, right, every time we've seen the Emperor, or who I'm guessing is the Emperor, they're being manipulated by the lady with red hair. To me, when I see that, like, it just undermines the Emperor. It makes me think the Emperor is a bitch who only can, like, listen to what this person says and can't think for themselves, right? So when everyone's talking about, like, this Emperor being terrible and stuff like that, it makes me wonder if there's more going on where, like, she's being or I say she. I don't know why I got that vibe either, but the Emperor is being manipulated. We've only seen like one shot of like the top of their head, so I don't know why I said she. But but I could be wrong. Maybe they make more decisions than we thought, but there's something about it that like hasn't really given me any sort of respect for the Emperor, I guess, yet. And I'm worried that bitch is involved and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. But but yeah. Uh So that was kind of interesting having this faction come in of rebels that want to change the nation, but they've just kind of been. It seems like they've been biding their time and waiting for the right moment, and now finally someone who has like like a legitimacy to the throne has shown up. So now they kind of have like a much better pretense for a attack. Whereas before it was just kind of, one, they might not have been strong enough. Two, even if they were strong enough, it might have been one of those situations where we didn't really get uh what am I trying to say? Like they crap, I completely like my mind just went somewhere else and I lost my train of thought. They might not be strong enough, but then also it might just look like they're if they don't have someone to take control, if they were to win the rebellion, they might just look like a terrorist organization. Whereas now it seems like we have two factions vying for control, both with seemingly legitimate like reasoning to control the country, right? Uh, but but yeah. Anyway, so I'm interested in that. I hope they do end up being good. I hope that wasn't like a manipulation or something like that just to try to get to our characters or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know why there was like something very minor that I didn't necessarily trust about them, but I think it's pretty straightforward. I think it is like I mean they did talk about her father and everything, knew very quickly without even really knowing her name and stuff that they were related and all that. So I don't know. I think I do trust it. There was just something about it that just gave me vibes of like it just all happens so easy and so quick. Where in Siltvelt they were like, "Oh, now for me, we want you to stay here because you're like our symbol, our god, and I want you to help like quell the rebellion in this country." And now for me is like, "Fuck that," you know. But then we come here and we have a group of people being like, "Oh, now for me, we want you to help quell the rebellion." Well, I guess they want to fight for the rebels, so but you know, we want your help overthrowing the government here, and Naomi's like, hell yeah, dude, let's go. So it's just like I don't know, it was just kind of interesting how we like so far this season we've had two very similar plot lines, but Naomi has reacted so differently in each one. But he was also treated much differently, right? Like they confined him to a castle in Siltvelt and wouldn't give him the boat that he was requesting. So, you know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of thing. If you're not going to help me with the things that I just asked for and you're going to deflect and lock me in a castle and tell me not to leave and try to control every move I make, then I'm not going to trust you and I'm not going to help you with your problems. But here they were just like very respectful and all that. So yeah, that honestly might just be the difference. I wonder why Cyan's here. I wonder why she was like so like, oh, you're okay. Like, why was she worried about Naofumi? Because she wasn't she wasn't taken on the boat, right? She just appeared on the boat. So why did she come now? What made her think Naofumi wasn't okay, right? Like, I don't know. So I we never really got an answer to that. It was kind of weird. So it just really stood out to me. Guess we'll just have to either it's not going to be anything, and it's just to throw another girl into the mix for that guy to talk about the harem or whatever, or it's there actually is something going on and she just hasn't said it yet, right? So anyway, yeah, great episode. I like the attacks. I like the names for the attacks too. I love that one. Just how extreme it was. What was it? It was like super ultimate, like slash of destiny. It's like holy shit, that is one hell of it. Like That's like the most anime attack name I've ever heard in my life. That's great. But I love the combo chant that just took forever. It's crazy how long their chants are sometimes for Galeon and Sedina to both combo like that. But they just made like a water dragon, which is pretty neat. Even the enemy's attack, I like how they did like a water blade and then encased it in stone. That was really neat as well. And then now for me, without even any power, somehow deflected it. I don't really know how he did that. I guess maybe he still has like some shield power with the one he had on, but we've now been given a shield that can kind of utilize like the power system here, it seems like. So he might not be able to use majority of his hero stuff, but at least he has like a shield with some power that he can fight back with thanks to this master, which definitely a very flippant reason. Like, I would have much preferred. I know they set him up to be a ladies' man and everything, but I would have much preferred if it was something where he met the blacksmith and was like, okay, I'll help you guys now. Whereas instead, the only reason he joined our side is because we have a bunch of pretty ladies on our team, you know? But whatever. It's anime. It does that sometimes, so. And I will say, I've already mentioned a little bit of Sedina, but I kind of talked about it during the reaction. I want to talk a little more about it to kind of like really stress what I meant. Like demi-humans are very much, at least in the other continents, or at least in Megalomark, or however you say it, they can be like enslaved. We've seen like the tragedies that befall the demi-humans. Yet we have Sedina, who can transform but not really have too much of a demi-human. Like, I feel like as long as she's wearing the right clothes, you wouldn't even know she's demi-human. Whereas we have Raftalia stuck with a tail and ears and all these other ones that have these other animalistic features. Whereas so far, I feel like all we've really seen so far of Sedina is like the skin on her arm is a little darker. I think that's the only, like, 'cause she's like a orca, right? When she transforms, that's like the only like orca type feature we really have for her. Other than that, she's just a hot chick. So I feel like, at least for getting along in human societies, she kind of has it pretty good, you know? Whereas the other ones have to be careful and just hope they don't get discriminated against. Or try harder to cover their features. But yeah, I am curious to see more of this arc. I'm kind of, like I said, this episode really dragged me in a lot more. We'll see how it goes from here. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's it for me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see other content. I watch this as it comes out, so there's not more for Shield Hero. But for my other shows, there's early access tier. There's the Patreon show tier where you can get shows that aren't even released to YouTube yet, like Freerun, Solo Leveling Season 1 and 2, and Dan to Dan Season 1, and what I've watched so far of Season 2. Check all that out if you're interested. Links in the description should be popping up on the screen. I'll see you in my future reactions.